to a new video. In today's video, I'm gonna take you guys along with me on a summer trip. I just finished getting ready. I'm about to head to the airport because our flight is on 2:30, around that time. Got everything packed right here. You cannot see the suitcases, but it's right here. And I wanted to give an update of the books that I read, not the books that I read, the book that I just finished last night. So if you guys saw my last video, you guys know that I've been currently reading This Summer Will Be Different, and last night I just finished this book and it was pretty good. I'll give it that. I gave this book a 3.75. I liked the story. I loved the premise of the book. I loved the setting of the book. I liked the characters, but towards the end it got a little bit, I feel like most of the stories got very minimized at the end of the book, and then it also was like a little bit rushed, as I feel like it was a little bit rushed, and then it got a little bit spicier, and then it got way too focused on the relationship. It just felt very rushed towards the end, but nevertheless I still enjoyed this book, and I devoured the last like 150-ish pages last night. And this is a very enjoyable summer read, and I think that if you guys liked watching or reading The Summer I Turned Pretty, maybe you will like this. But this is not YA, this is an adult romance book. It has spice, but I normally just skip through them. So 3.75 for me. And now, as I'm about to hop on a plane to minimize my flying anxiety, we have a new read, and it is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I just completely moved all of my books from my bookshelf to my room because this will be closed and I don't want my books to go brown or whatever it is. So I just decided to put them all in my room, and then I saw that I had this book. I totally forgot that I had this book with me. I've had this book since last year, I think, so no, I had it this year, never mind. I bought it this year, so I decided that this will be the book that I bring for my trip, and I'm going to read this book in the plane because I have 3.5 hours on the plane, and we'll see how much we can get through this book. So this will be my vacation book, and it's gonna be super fun. I'm excited. Good morning, you guys. It is the next day. I have safely made it to Bangkok. We're in Thailand right now. The flight was crazy. We had a 2-hour delay, and it was so shaky because we had a light turbulence, but it was all fine. I'm kind of a nervous flyer, so that was quite the ride, but I was reading Catherine Center's Hello Stranger, and I got 5 chapters in, so I'm like 60 pages into this book, and I'm loving it so far. I'm very excited, and I will take you guys along with me throughout the day. This is our first day here. I don't really know what we're gonna do, but I will keep you guys updated. Just got back home. We had lunch. We ate some noodles, had some, what's it called, like tom yum. It was so good. It's a little bit spicy, but I love spicy food, so it was pretty good. And later on, I think we're gonna go to the bookstore, so I'm very excited to go to the bookstore. I'm probably going to take you along with me, and then we will do some book browsing, if not some book shopping as well. I'm excited for that. Hey guys, it is the next day. I am actually trying to get ready right now. I'm just going to do my hair as I get ready, and then we can do a little chit chat. So today is day 3. Today is Saturday, And today the plans are we are going to go ahead and go to the bookstore today. I'm headed to the bookstore and I'm so excited to see all of the pretty books. I've missed my books at home so much. Also just really want to talk about flying anxiety. I feel like I never really talk about my anxiety that much here. I feel like I don't talk about anxiety as much, and it is something that I struggle with, so I think it's really good if we could just talk about it. So I thought that probably we can do it in this video as well. So first things first, I do think that anxiety has reached a toll this year because it's never really affected me to a point where I got into a massive panic attack. Like I've said it in previous videos, I think that I did struggle with a panic attack, that it happened to me to the point where I just completely blacked out. Also, sorry if you guys can hear city noises. I have my window open, so I'm sorry. And I feel like ever since I found out that I was struggling with my panic attack, I feel a sense of relief knowing that okay, there's nothing medically wrong with me, it is just my anxiety. And so ever since understanding and coming to the terms that that was my anxiety that made me spiral into a panic attack, that was kind of the point where I just kind of wanted to take control of my mental health, because before that incident I never really thought of anything serious about it. I mean, I know it is an issue that I struggle with, but I never really thought about it as something that's crippling or debilitating to me. And so ever since struggling with panic attack and understanding that it comes from my anxiety, I just started to understand that I need to take control of my mind. And speaking of anxiety, when I got on a plane to go to Bangkok here, it was almost like my anxiety was a little bit crippling. I feel like it was to the point where I almost swore to myself that I will never ever get on a plane again. But then again, I feel like I still try to talk myself into thinking if you don't get over this fear of yours, you might never go anywhere. And that is something that is a little bit, I don't know, it's not terrifying, but it's kind of, it feels wrong, because I've always wanted to travel ever since I was a little girl. I knew that I want to travel the world, and so that is kind of where I'm thinking right now. And being here in Bangkok kind of made me realize I have got to get over this fear and literally work on my mental health and take serious control over it, because if I don't start now, I don't think it will ever get better, And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Last night, I cannot even describe how bad I was spiraling last night. I was spiraling about having to go get on another plane to go home to Jakarta, and it's still days away. It's even a week away before I have to come home to Jakarta, but I'm already so terrified. I am a nervous flyer. It's not, I don't think nervous is the term anymore. I am an anxious flyer. I'm scared of flying, and I don't think I don't think anything is gonna happen. But then my mind just kind of sort of goes to its own place where it just spirals out of control, and then it'll tell me that the plane's gonna crash and whatnot, and I know that those are just like a bunch of lies that my mind is playing on me. Like, it's lies that the enemy is actually placing in my head. And so that is where I really struggle the most. But then, like, last night I think I talked about it on my Bookstagram, where I think I also talked about it on my main account. I can't remember. But why do I have a country twang on me? Okay. But really, in all seriousness though, last night I listened to one of the podcasts that I downloaded, and it was Sadie Robertson's podcast that she talks about fear and anxiety. And in that podcast, she talks a lot about overcoming your fears and understanding where your anxiety comes from, and really reminding me of the truth of God's word, and that God has promised to always be with us and all of that. And I just kind of like, I made a mental note, and I think I wrote it down on my notes app that the next time anxiety is trying to take over you, or the next time you feel fearful and all of that, remember this and this. And I think that has helped me tremendously last night, just being able to read that promise that if God has guided me here, if God has provided this trip for me, if God knew, not if, but like God knows that this trip, I try to declare it over myself, like, this trip is God-given. Like, God is actually providing for this trip. He's the one providing me for this trip and giving me a chance to visit my grandparents here. And so it really does help to remember that if God led you to this vacation, then He will get you home safely as well. Like, reminding myself of those things really did help me a lot to overcome my anxiety. But needless, obviously, like, when you struggle with anxiety, you know that your mind doesn't just calm down once you say certain sentences. It doesn't automatically calm down after you pray. You actually really need to take time to really like adjust your breathing. You have to adjust your other sentences. Like, it, as I said, it's a struggle. It really is, because it truly is a struggle. I remember back when I was in high school, I had this really weird anxiety attack. I won't call it a panic attack, because it did really put me in that spot where I was just like shaking and having trouble breathing like I did back then during the panic attack, the infamous panic attack at the hospital. But I will say that while I was at school, I did have like this anxiety attack where all of a sudden I was like overcome with a lot of doubts and fear, and then I just started crying. I had to run to the bathroom. Like, I literally had to go to the bathroom and just cry myself for like a good 5 minutes, until one of my friends actually showed up and asked me if I was okay, because it was that bad. I was like crying for 5 minutes. My teacher was like, he was even confused, like, oh, what is happening, where did she go, and why is she not coming back? It's been 5 minutes. And so he sent my best friend to come and get me in the bathroom. So that's something that sometimes I like to look back on that moment and remember, like, yeah, I kind of have been struggling with this mental health anxiety issue for quite some time now. And I know, like, right now I'm about to step into a new season where I'm about to start working for myself, and I feel like I really need to take control over my mental health, because I don't want that affecting my work. Obviously, I want to be able to enjoy my work. I want to be able to enjoy my day-to-day life as an adult. I don't want to be overcome by my fear or my anxiety. So I think after getting back from Bangkok, I think it would be a really good idea if I could just, like, get into contact with one of my I will say, like, life coach, because he's a life counselor. So I think I will have to make plans and meet up with one of them and just, like, talk about this struggle of mine, because it really does bother me sometimes. Like, not sometimes, it actually bothers me a lot, because some of the times while I was back in Jakarta, I would always, like, ask myself, like, why do I not want to hang out? Why do I not want to go out? Because I just have this anxiety that just, it automatically, like, blocks me from like having fun and, like, seeing my friends. I even to the point where I could just be out with my friends, and then all of a sudden I get an overwhelming sense of fear and I just want to go home. Like, it literally happened a couple of days ago while I was hanging out with my friends, and I don't know, like, I started, like, I don't know if they noticed it, but, like, okay, if you guys are watching this, you guys will probably now know why I kept saying that I want to go home. I was actually trying to hold myself together to not start panicking, because I don't know, it just sometimes happens, you guys. So, and that's where I'm at. Some things that have helped me, though, in the past couple of months, that I've been trying to implement within myself. If I feel like an oncoming attack or some sorts, I would usually start journaling. Now, the problem is, I forgot to bring my journal with me to Bangkok, where I just usually just write my thoughts down. I totally forgot to bring my journal, so that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of a thing. That's kind of an issue. But I've been trying to talk myself out of, like, an oncoming attack. Like, I've been just trying to really, really talk myself, remind myself that, hey, it's gonna be fine, you're gonna be okay, you just need to calm down, you need to breathe, girl. Like, I kept on telling myself, like, just breathe. You know that I'm in trouble when I already have 3 books in my possession. Hello, it is the afternoon. We just got back home from the mall, and it was a very successful excursion. We went to the bookstore, as you guys saw, and it was a very successful excursion because we got reckless. I was so excited. There was, like, a whole freaking stand just for this book. The whole stand was filled with Reckless, and I was like, wow, okay. It was beautiful, I loved it, and I immediately picked one up, and I'm so happy that I finally got it. And then I also got a little friend. I got a Care Bear. I don't really know what her name is. There's no name, but I got her and she's adorable. So we have 2 very successful shopping trip today. Might have to go back to the mall, to that specific mall again tomorrow or, like, next week, because there's still some stuff I want to pick up. I still want to go shopping, and I might just get another book. We may never know, but I'm just so excited. I cannot even wait to finish Hello Stranger. I might just have to read both books at the same time. Hello guys, today is the next day. Today is Sunday, and you have to know, I thought I was talking to the camera, but I totally forgot to press record. So, take 3. Hello guys, today is Sunday. I just finished showering and I'm getting ready because we're gonna go to lunch. Last night we went for dinner at the British Club and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. The place was amazing. It was so cool. It was so pretty. I loved the building. It was so cute and very quaint. And we had dinner there. I had the beer battered fish and chips and it was so friggin' good. Like, so good. I was so impressed and it was just a really great time there. Spent with my family. Then yeah, that's really all. We got back home and me and my sister started watching One Direction, This Is Us. Yeah, we watched it on Netflix because yeah, we just missed One Direction, so that's what you do when you miss One Direction. And speaking of One Direction, this morning I was just like reminiscing about how much I regretted not seeing Niall on tour. Like, I really wanted to see Niall on tour because I love his music ever since I was in high school. Like, legit, summer 2019, the only song I listened to was Too Much to Ask. And tell me if that's not a sad girl summer, because it was. It really was. And now I didn't get to see Niall on tour and it was very, very sad. But anyways, that's really all the update I can give for now. I think I'm going to end the vlog here, probably because tomorrow I'm leaving to a little town. I'm not so sure, but we're going outside of Bangkok and we're gonna have like a family trip there, and probably I will update you guys when we get there, but for now that's just going to be it, I guess. But I will update you guys more on an upcoming vlog. I'm going to separate these travel vlogs into 2 videos because I think it's going to be super fun, and also because I have 10 days here anyway. Today is day 4, so it's gonna be fun. Okay, so makeup is done. I think I'm just gonna let my hair this way, or maybe, I don't know, should I put it up on a ponytail? That's the question, right? Because I never know what to do with my hair because it's so freaking hot here. I just like want to put it on in a clip because it's so freaking hot. It's as hot as it is in Jakarta anyway, but like it's still so super duper hot, so I might just do that to my hair. So yeah, so I think this is going to be the end of the vlog. I will update you guys, as I said, on the next vlog that's coming out. I'm also planning on doing a reading vlog very, very soon. I'm very excited about this reading vlog because it's one of my most anticipated new releases, so you guys already know what it is, right? You guys can already guess what it is, so I'm very excited for that, and I will update you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!